Hey, thanks for joining me today. I am excited about this little project video series. This is the Airplane Project video series, and this is video number 2 of the series. So today we'll be working on the front leading edge of the wing. We'll be cutting out the arc, and it's something that's kind of difficult sometimes to try to get a good arc. So, and especially on this actual biplane shelf, there's 4 arcs, so you kind of want them to be pretty close to the same. And I'll show you how I do it. It's not necessarily the best way, but it is how I do it. Now remember, at the end of the series, I'll be giving this airplane shelf away, so if you are really liking the series and you are interested in receiving a giveaway of the airplane shelf, make sure that you comment on each one of the videos in the series. And then at the end, I will do a random giveaway, a random drawing and giveaway. Now, there's one special word that you have to put on each one of the videos, and if you go back to the first video in the series, you'll find out that word, and make sure you put that on each of the videos. Alright, so let's go get to the project. Parts here that we cut out on the last video, and what we're going to do is, on this video, we've got our 2 shelves, our wings, and what we have to do is we have to put a curve on the front of the wing. So, fortunately, I have already done this one time, and I've taken this tool, and if somebody knows what this is, let me know in the comments. But basically, it's just a flexible piece of material, and you put it up against the surface, and then you can cut it out, or you can scribe it. So that's what that's what I'm going to do here. A little different. So this is a pretty neat little tool, and what I'll do is I'm going to cut this out, and then I'll scribe that onto the next piece. Okay, so there is my cutout edge for the first airplane leading edge and end. So what I'm going to do is take a belt sander to it and clean this up really nice, and then that'll be my pattern. I think that's pretty close. Alright, so we got a pattern. Take our board, get them flush on the ends. I'm just going to put a little clamp on here. I want it to be as close as possible, make sure that edge is smooth. And this is raw material, so as far as it hasn't been kiln dried, so it's going to have a lot of character. I think it'll make a nice little shelf. Alright. Now, you might have guessed, now we have to cut on the inside of that line. And we'll flip this around. Okay, so we got it marked. Got this edge marked. Alright, so it's all coming back to me now. And I remember that on the other shelf, I used a bandsaw. I don't actually have a bandsaw here, so I've got the little scroll saw that I'm using, and it is quite a job with the scroll saw. So I've got both ends over here already cut, and I'm going to make the cuts on this side and to get these to match up, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to get all this matched up. So let's go make this last cut. This scroll saw, it does a nice job, but it's going to take me a long time. And I traced this line off of that other wing, so I'm trying to cut on the inside. so it doesn't end up a lot larger. And now gradually, kind of hard to do. Not too bad. Alright, there we go. Now we just got to finish that off where it looks nice and smooth. You know, this might be one of the opportunity times that you could say, well, that's a fingernail off, and you know, nobody's going to know. But the truth is I'm going to know that I made a mistake. My measurement was off. Because we don't want to have a mistake. And if we have a mistake, we want to be able to correct it. And we want it to be exactly the same. In this season, a lot of us, we get into the hustle and bustle of Christmas and gifts. Just like this. I'm building this gift for someone. You know, God sent that gift that I would just mention. His only begotten Son. And that's what this time of year is all about. About His Son that was sent to earth. That's the reason we have this whole season. You can say it's about some other thing, but the truth of the matter is it's lasted for over 2,000 years. And there's a lot of different things to say that, hey, it wasn't during this time, whatever, but we still celebrate the birth of Christ during this time. Now, perfect same size. Alright, so now that we have that same edge, same dimension on both sides, perfectly smooth, what we need to do is shape these edges right here. So I'm going to take my belt sander and do my best to shape this edge. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Alright. Looks pretty good. I'm going to touch that up just a little bit. That belt sander really can be aggressive. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm liking that. Let's try the other side. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Smooth. Same over here. It's a pretty wood. Alright, while we're on the wing, I'm going to go ahead. I've already did a belt sand on that one, so I'm just going to quickly belt sand this. This one's about worn out. This is 120 grit, I think. I think that's what it is. So it's not real aggressive for a belt sander, and I wouldn't want to use something that aggressive. Anyway, you can really take down some material with a belt sander. Here we go.